Another broadcast from Kumamoto, Japan, and I am Dan. Today, I wanted to start out, as you can see from my screen here, I've got some information from the Japan COVID-19 coronavirus tracker. Coronavirus is still with us, isn't it? Yep. On a personal note, I'd like to say that I got my first vaccine jab, and I'm feeling good. I got it the day before yesterday. Got it in the afternoon, and when I got the jab, when it went in, I felt it go in. A little bit of pain. The next day, a little more pain. There was muscle soreness. Woke up in the morning, thought I might be getting a headache, but I didn't take anything. I just took it easy. Had my shower and my coffee in the morning and so on. Went to the office. Didn't develop into anything. The muscle soreness. The muscle soreness continued, but today, nothing. I can't even tell. If I just touch it normally, there's no pain. So, looking good. Yep. Let's see. What does my friend say here? Yes. Are you using display capture as a source? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's my Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, you got me.
There is the Jeff. I hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, hear me.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yes.
when you're using OBS, right?
Do
you? Because you have to choose a source, right?
Right.
So what I was doing was I was capturing my screen. Yeah.
Okay.
My display actually as a source, and then I was using photo booth video to show my face while I was showing other things.
You can do that, but you could go to video capture device and select your camera. Would probably be the most direct, easier, and maybe better results. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to do that, and it's not getting my. Oh wait, maybe here we go. Oh, okay, it got my camera. Great. It took a while. It didn't click in on my camera at first.
Oh, okay.
But now it is. Okay, now it is. I
All right.
What happened? But anyway, yeah, I did capture my video, but also I'm capturing the display on there, which is kind of cool because you can kind of display things, while you're talking, what have you.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, OBS is very, very flexible. And even on this Restream, right now I'm using the Restream studio itself, but you can use OBS within. Oh, that's what you're doing, right?
Actually, I'm using OBS on my computer, my desktop, but I'm on Restream app. I'm on Restream that you sent me the link to, which I didn't have to do anything. I just clicked on it and boom, I'm on. So that's
all right.
Really
I gotcha.
Very convenient. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Here
okay.
I am. Can you see me now?
There.
Can you see me now? Can you see the screen capture?
Yep. Gotcha. Yep. Looking good. Yeah.
Like
you're all
mirror.
captured.
Can you see that? It's an infinite mirror.
Yeah.
Because it's like capturing the screen, which is capturing the screen, which is capturing the screen. You know, infinitely.
Yep. That's fun to play around with. It is. Yeah. That's interesting. I like that effect.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So I'm doing both. Video capture.
Yeah, excellent.
Capture. Yeah, that's nice.
There you go.
And you can record a movie. You can record without sharing, which is nice.
Right.
Too.
Yeah. Yep. You can do that. Absolutely. Yeah. I think you can do that with the Studio Restream also. I think you can choose to record, and maybe with Prism also. But again, we're talking about Windows there, so Yeah, a lot of them, a lot of these broadcast studios softwares, a lot of them, I don't know, the two or three that I've worked with here seem to allow that you can actually record instead of stream straight out. Yeah, you got the choice.
That's cool. It really is.
Can you hear my music?
Very faintly.
Very faintly. Let's see. What if I wonder.
What are you doing actually with the music?
Within this Restream studio, they have some royalty-free background tracks that you're free to use.
Oh, that's great. Okay, yeah. I think I did mess around with that one day. Yes, yes.
I think I turned it up. Can you hear it any better now, or it's still low?
Much better now. Yeah, it's piano. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, some classical piano there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can hear it a lot better.
Okay. Cool.
That's cool.
Turn it. Yeah. So I've just, I got on here. I'm sharing to my YouTube and to Facebook. I was just going to give them a little Dan in Asia news rundown here, talking about COVID first here, how we still got about 2,000 new cases a day.
Yeah. It's back to a state of emergency, I think, in Tokyo, right?
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense. You can see, it's not at the high levels yet, but it's headed that way, right? It's definitely headed that way. Yeah.
Headed that way, and it's unfortunate because the Olympics are a week away.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know what's going to happen if this goes back up again the way it did in after the Golden Week holiday there, where it just spiked up, really severely. If it goes up that quickly again, the Olympics could be a real mess, It
could be a real big mess, and yeah. I think it might, hopefully it won't be harmful or detrimental to Japan in the future.
Yeah, that's hard to say. It's hard to say,
Hard to say, man. It really is. Yeah.
But I mean, again,
they had no choice apparently, right?
Right, as I understand it, the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, are the ones that kind of hold the reins as far as whether they go ahead or stop.
Right.
It seems to me that something I heard about the way the contract is written, that the agreement more or less gives IOC the final say. So
that's it, man.
That doesn't sound like
You have a baby crying in the background.
See, I was just looking. Yeah. Mercy's listening to something. I don't know what she's doing there. Yeah.
Okay. No. I wonder what that was. Okay.
Yeah. I was looking here at the Kyushu numbers. Kagoshima Saga, no active cases. That's a good thing.
That's really good. I saw that this morning too. Yeah.
Yeah. Two of our closest neighbors there, no cases at all. Kumamoto has 45, I see, and other places,
maybe like one new one in Kumamoto, right?
I think they said 4. Yeah, I mean, this one says 4, but this one I think kind of lags behind. So today's numbers might actually be just 1 or whatever. So yeah. But yeah, we're pretty lucky here to be off the beaten path, more or less. Don't get quite the number of cases, even when it spikes in Tokyo, Osaka. We don't quite get the bump here.
Fortunately, that's right.
Although we did have quite a bump there. We were getting, we had, I think, right around 100 a day for a few days there for a while.
Yeah, I know, right? That was a bit scary. That's when they did the old back to online classes.
Yep.
Because we were in the classroom at the first part of the year, the school year in April, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see, at first school at Kendai there, I only got 2 classes in before they pulled the plug and sent us online. At Tokai, I think I got 3 or 4 classes in, because we meet twice a week instead of just once a week. So I think I had 4 or 5 classes in with all my students before we had to go online. So at least that gave me a chance. I really felt like I had a chance to connect with them before we had to go online, where with Kendai, I really didn't feel like, after only 2 classes, I wasn't really, comfortable with enough with them to really feel good about having to go online, but it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. And I know I was in the same situation. Freshmen, you hardly know them, right? You have a week or 2 with them, and then you have to go online. It was hard. But now I'm getting to know them. We're back in the classroom, so getting to know them. And then school's going to be over in a week, right? 2 weeks.
Right, yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I've got one more class with each of my students. I'm each of my students one more time semester at Tokai, and then that's done.
Wow.
And I think that's tomorrow. I have 2 more classes, and then a final test at Kendai. So got a little bit more with them, but it's all online again. All online. Yeah.
Okay, all online. Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you leave it to the students, they might. Depending on the class, of course, writing might choose online. And depending on the class.
Yeah, I was really leaning toward going back into the classroom, but now looking at Tokyo's numbers with Corona and the chance that that's going to spread to other parts of the country again, like it has before. Maybe I am just as happy that I decided not to, and the students were quite happy, or just as happy not to go back into the classroom. So if they're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we'll see what happens next semester. Yeah, hopefully everybody will be vaccinated. Be better chance to go into the class. I like the classroom much better, right?
Oh yeah,
Myself,
absolutely.
Yeah. I think everyone really
absolutely
does.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a matter of safety. Absolutely right.
Yep, absolutely. It's got to be number one. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Some background music on Restream there, Danny boy.
Yep. This is chill. I think this is the chill. I just chilling out here.
I chose chill when I did my little practice thing there too. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get.
Good.
I've decided to get a new webcam with good audio on it.
Okay. Webcam. Logicool.
Like Logicool. Yeah. They're pretty good, right?
That's what I'm using right now.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I got the C930E.
Right. Okay, that was the one I was looking at. Yes.
It has the wider angle lens, so if you're moving around a little bit, I mostly just sit, but if you do use it in a situation where you're moving around a little bit, it's got a wider capture, so you're not going to walk out of screen quite as easily and so on. But I wouldn't worry too much about the audio, because my experiments with this one and other cams, the built-in microphones, I don't think they get you anything over what you've got for your built-in computer built-in microphones.
Really?
I think the microphones built into my MacBook Pro are just as good, if not better, than the ones built into the little cam.
Wow, that I did not know. Okay.
Now, of course, if it's in the cam and you move the camera, right? You've got your computer set someplace. You got your camera on a tripod, something like that. You're also taking the microphone with you. So that. But for me, I've got this. I've got the Yeti X USB microphone here. I've got it on. I put it on a new.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. I put it on a new arm and everything too, so I've got this nice arm, and it's on a shock mount. It's got the it's got a shock mount built specifically for this Yeti microphone, and it's really quite nice. It really isolates the microphone. I'm not going to get any. If I can tap my desk right now, I'm tapping my desk, and I bet you don't even notice it.
No,
right?
Not at all.
But before, I didn't have it on a shock mount. And when I would bump the desk or tap the desk or set down my cup of coffee on the desk, no matter how careful I was, it would pick it up because the vibrations would go all the way through the arm. And without the shock mount, the microphone would pick it up. But with this shock mount, we're all good.
Nice. That's cool. Yep. Yeah. I might incorporate my mics that I have then into my live feeds then.
Yeah. Now, you showed me the other day. It's been a while back now, but you had a camcorder, right? And you had it, almost like a professional setup with the handle, so that you could hang it, from the top, or you could put it up on your shoulder. All these kind of things, right?
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So why don't you use your camcorder instead of buying a new webcam?
Wow. Okay. How do I do that? I guess I just
go
straight into the USB.
You're probably. It depends on the camcorder. Different camcorders have different software and different firmware and stuff like that settings. But generally, so for example, I've got a relatively inexpensive. I think it's a GBC camcorder. It's just a little panel. Just a simple, not professional at all, not the level that you have, but it has a mini or micro, whatever it is, a mini HDMI port, okay, on the camera.
Yeah. Okay.
So from the mini HDMI port, you go to a capture card, and the capture card I have is like about half the size of a cigarette lighter. It's just a tiny little thing. And it's got the HDMI cable plug-in on one side and the USB plug-in on the other, and it translates from the camera to to an input that can be used by your software. And those things run like the capture card. I mean, they call it a capture card, but like I said, it's like a dongle type of thing. It's just a tiny little thing. And for example, Elgato. Have you heard of Elgato?
I've heard of it.
Okay, well, Elgato is this company that makes all kinds of things. They make switching boards and microphones and this, that, and the other thing. And a couple of things that they make that are well known are their capture cards. And so there's the Elgato 4K cam capture card or something like that. And it's about about $150 if I remember right.
Okay, yeah.
And what that will let you.
With your logical webcam is less than that, right?
It was about that, I think.
Okay.
It was more than 100 because the cheaper the 920 or the 922E was $100, and so the 930, because of the wide angle lens and a little bit better, I think, was close to $950. But the major point is for your video can give you much better picture than the webcam is.
Yeah.
Now,
I guess that's right.
The only webcam that I've heard of, I don't have direct experience, but the only webcam that I heard of that would even come close, what everybody says is the best webcam is the Logicool Brio 4K Pro or whatever it is, Brio Pro 4K or something like that.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's about $200 or maybe a little more, around $200 for that, right? But I mean, why buy another webcam when you've got, I would guess, what's going to be a much, much better camera in your camcorder, and then just spend, $150 on the capture device. And then later on, if you really want to go to town, if you really want to up your game, you're going to go to a DSLR camera anyway, right? For the, for the real professional things. And your capture card is still going to be used with that, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're gonna give yourself the most
Yeah.
flexibility in the future if that's the way you go.
I'm glad I talked to you then, because I was seriously thinking about the webcam. Because I
Yep.
wanted to do music too. I'm, still getting
Uh-huh.
aimed and geared up to do that. So,
Uh-huh.
but a microphone would be better anyway with music.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think.
Your built-in mics on your webcams are maybe a step up or half a step up from the built-in things that we got. I mean, actually, the microphones in our MacBook Pros are not bad at all compared to most Windows machines. I'd say they're probably pretty good. But when you compare them to a real microphone, you're still going to notice the difference when you step up to a real mic. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So this box. Here's the box.
Okay. The Yeti.
Yeti.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And this is the Yeti X, and I think that's maybe the top of the line or second from the top, something like that. It's a pretty good one. It's, I don't know, what was it? Maybe close to $400, something like that. Okay. Yeah.
The mics I have, yeah. I was just going to use those. One of those.
Oh yeah. That's right. You got a good step already with your microphones. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe just use those. I guess.
Are your mics dynamic or condenser?
They're condenser, cardioid.
Cardioid, condenser, cardioid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're shaped like a heart, right? A heart shape.
Right. Yeah.
Coming in the front and sides. Yeah.
One thing I like about this is this Yeti. It has a button on the back that you can choose 4 different patterns. Cardioid is the one that I use the most, but you can also do the full surround. You can also do front and back. And what else can you do? I can't remember. Yeah, but there's like 4 different patterns that you can choose, which is can be kind of handy. So like you could put for example, with the front and back, you could put this in the middle between 2 speakers, and it'll clearly pick up the 2 speakers, but not side noise coming from the side very much at all, right? So
that's cool.
It's and these are the kind of things that only a real microphone is going to do for you. If you get one built into your camera, you're not going to have that kind of control with it. You're not going to get the quality, really.
I guess so, man. My mind has been changed.
Okay, cool.
Webcam.
I tell you, you can take a look at like I said, that Elgato. In fact, let's see.
Okay.
And I'll show you what it looks like here real quick. What happened? Weird.
Oh, I see it though. I see
it. It froze.
I got it now on my screen. This one, right?
Oh.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Elgato
But
Cam Link.
Elgato.
This one?
Where is it?
This is the cheapest one.
Right. Yeah, that's the one you want. Yep, that's the one you want.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I see what you're doing. You're showing me. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, you can get, if you can see my screen now, you can get one like this. This is a no-name brand, and look at it. It's almost a tenth the price. It's 3,300 yen. 20 bucks. For that. And it would do it, right? It would work. It'd allow capture 1080p and 60 FPS, which is probably good enough, but your camera out more than that, and the Elgato you to accept or at least the highest quality that your camera will be able to capture. And so that's probably the way you want to go. Again, it's going to be the most future proof.
That's great, man. Okay, yeah. Good. Okay, I'm gonna pick that one up, I think. Yeah. I wonder
Yeah,
if
I might as well.
Do electronic shops sell that? Or is that a do you think?
They might. I don't know. I have a tendency to either buy it from Amazon because I'm too lazy to wander around town looking for it. So it's either I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much stuff, like a Yamada Denki or something. I really don't know.
At the station, there's a new big camera, which is a fantastic place. They have everything. That's where I bought my my gimbal. At Big Camera, they've got just a mega stuff over there. So I might wander over there and see if they have it actually.
Cool. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Just because. Yeah. I'm just wondered if you would happen to know that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. That I don't know either. I usually either order from Amazon because I found that Amazon is pretty competitive in prices, and I don't know. It's just so easy. I mean, maybe I've gotten spoiled, but yeah, definitely a big camera. I would guess would have that. They must have like a podcaster, broadcaster, streamers corner there somewhere.
Yeah, and it's fantastic, and they might even have that mic you were just showing me.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if they have that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that they might indeed have that. Cool. I should run over there before I go home today. Just have a glance. Yeah. Thanks. Hey Dan, I'm gonna hit the road, man, and get going home. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for dropping in. Yeah. I'm glad I could give you a little advice there. What little bit that I know. I mean, yeah. I don't keep anything for myself. Goes in one ear and out the other.
You changed my opinion, but I can see the point of it. So there we go.
Yeah. I really, I think that you'll be very, very happy. I mean, the only thing. Do you have a tripod, a good tripod for your camcorder also?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so there you go. Because that's the only thing. I mean, the webcams, are small and easy to set up somewhere. The camcorder is going to need a real tripod in order to set it up properly and so on. So if you've already got that, then once you get that Elgato cam capture card there, you're ready to go, and you'll have really high quality video. Yep, absolutely.
Excellent, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much. Dan.
People will look at your face and. Yeah, people will be able to see your face close enough to run screaming in the opposite direction as soon as they see it,
That's a plus. That's what we want, man.
That's right. Yeah. All right. Take care, Jeff.
Thanks,
see you.
Dan.
Yeah, let me know what time tomorrow. We'll get something going. All right. See ya.
Sounds good, man. Thank you. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Yep.
Goodbye.
All right, Jeff was here. Thanks to Jeff for dropping by. Let's see what so VOA Asia for Thursday, July 15th. Right, if you're not familiar with VOA, you should be. It's a great news source put out by the United States government. So of course it's full of propaganda, but I mean it's basically news, and it's not too rough. So let's take a listen to see what they say. There we go. Now you can hear my comments. The Olympics. It's really too bad that they've had to do things the way they are, but it's for the best, right? And as I said, the athletes have had a year and a half or so to get used to this new normal, the new way that Olympic events are being held without the throng of fans in the stadiums and so on. And without the crowd noises and so on, but it's still the same competition, right? The spectators sh- should never have been the main thing for the athletes. The athletes, it's doing their best, right? Their best performance, right? And so that is not going to change. Most people that watch the Olympics, I mean, I've never been to an Olympics, but I've seen many of them, right? It's going to be the same this time. I'm going to be watching it on television if I watch it at all. So in that way, it's not a big change. Some big disappointment, I think, for people who have businesses in the area around the venues who are not getting the type of influx of business that they expect with the Olympics, right? The restaurants, the hotels, the other recreational areas, tourist areas, and so on, that are not going to see this huge influx of customers, visitors that they would normally see if we were not experiencing this current pandemic. But can't be helped. And it seems to me that people really are making the best of this. I mean, really making the best of it. I think it's good. Yeah, so I hope you guys paid attention there. This is a great news source. Now, does that make sense? Biden seems upset that we're just going to leave the interpreters and the collaborators behind, and they're going to be slaughtered. Well, you are the president of the United States. Don't you have some influence to be able to do something to help these people? They have obviously, we see now that they have risked their lives. Um, of course, they risk their lives to try and better their own country, and but it seems to me that America should have some responsibility, should take some responsibility. But I guess wow, I really feel bad about that. Is the responsibility that Joe is ready to take. Oh, they really know how to change the pace there, don't they? They had that rather depressing about how Myanmar, after going through or while going through a coup, is also hit with the most severe wave of the pandemic, the corona pandemic that they've faced so far. Bad news piled upon bad news, not a good thing. You couldn't tell that from the self commercial that VOA stuck in right after that. But it's true. VOA is a great source of news. It's available through lots of different platforms, and I highly recommend it. I go to VOA more and more. I like to share it with my students because English is fairly accessible. Uh, and the news stories are have a fairly broad appeal, I think. So check it out if you haven't. Let's see what else they've got to tell us. We've got more about COVID, I believe. Well, that was an interesting news story, I think. It was interesting to me that people, the degree to which they are taking on the burden themselves to take care of their family. This situation, that's all they do. The hospitals are overwhelmed. There simply aren't enough medical resources to go around. The burden falls on the family. It's not a good situation, but these strongly family-minded people are ready to do this. The other thing that I noticed was that the oxygen refill stations in some places, generally it said prices had been increased up to 6 times their pre-COVID levels. But one station that focused on here maintained their prices. What a human thing to do. And how well, less than stellar behavior of those that have chosen to raise their prices. The idea of rationing to 5 tanks per individual seems like a good way to do it, rather than simply by one, lining your own pockets, and two, making oxygen only available to those who have enough money to pay, right? Only to those who are maybe a little better off because they can afford to pay 6 times the price. Not a good thing, I think. But anyway, there are clearly individuals here that are looking out for their families and looking out for their community and their fellow human beings, right? Yeah. So I found that interesting. At the end there, I didn't stop the comment. Perhaps I should have, but talking about how COVID vaccine works and which ones work better and so on, I thought was interesting. Again, I want to emphasize again the point that any vaccine is better than nothing, right? So if all that's available is the Sinovac, the Chinese inactivated vaccines in your area, I suggest you get them. Don't wait for something else to become available. I mean, it may in the future, but then again, it seems that mixing the vaccines maybe is not a bad thing either. So get the vaccine now that you can get it in your arm, get it in your body, get your body making those antigens, getting antibodies, not antigens, antibodies, and keep yourself out of the hospital, out of the morgue. That's the most important thing. And then talking about Japan being worried about China's actions, and China seeming to take a front at that and reacting to that in rather strong language. I don't really understand that. Well, I mean, I do understand that, but I kind of disagree with it. Okay, so at the most, China could say, hey, you don't need to worry. We're not messing with you. This is this is just us. If you're worried, well, you're worried over nothing. I mean, they can't really. I don't think they can say any more than that. And maybe that's all they said. It's hard to interpret. One, I don't speak Chinese, and I didn't hear the actual report. The actual news release from the Chinese. I didn't hear the actual release from the Japanese government actually either. So this is all second or third hand knowledge that I'm reacting to here. But it seems to me that Japan has a legitimate reason to be at least curious, and even up to concerned and worried seems to be a reasonable response to military actions taking place in the close proximity to Japanese territory, which the area around Taiwan is close to Japanese territory, right? So that seems totally reasonable. The statement that the Japanese made on that part. Now they didn't dwell too much on the next part. That that Japan has said that Japan and America will defend Taiwan and so on. I mean, maybe that wasn't much of an issue because that's just a restatement of a policy that has been in place for many, many years. But it seems to me that was maybe provocative. Again, because the mainland Chinese position is that Taiwan is simply a one region of China and not an independent nation and so on. So maybe that is the part that China was becoming uncomfortable and having a strong reaction to. And that kind of makes sense. But yeah, it seemed to me a little bit misleading the way the story was told. It didn't seem that way. Again, kind of seeming to put China in the wrong because of the way they reacted, or and also in the way they reacted. But given Japanese statement about protecting Taiwan when Taiwan is part of China, according to the Chinese, it would almost seem necessary for the Chinese to respond in that way. So posturing, that's seems to be what it is. But what do I know? I'm no Asian expert. I just live here. I don't really know all the deep political undercurrents that are influencing a lot of the actions going on here. Okay, well, I've been streaming here for what, an hour or more, something like that. I saw a time here a minute ago. Where is? Oh yeah, there it is. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Okay, so that's a pretty good stream, I think. Once again, VOA, great news source. I will continue to be looking to VOA for interesting news stories and giving you my additional comments to them. So if that interests you, please follow me. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think, what more you would like to hear. If you want more or fewer of my personal opinions thrown and so on, let me know what I'm doing right and doing wrong. But please follow me. Keep watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. See you again.